Hey there, future teacher. Welcome to another video covering how to pass Subtest 1 of your CSET multiple subjects exam. My name's Elliot Zielinskis, and I'll be your test prep instructor that's going to walk you through every step in order to help you get that passing mark. Alright, I have prepared for, taken, and passed this CSET multiple subjects exam myself because I'm a California credentialed teacher and I'm here to help make passing simple for you too. Now, this lesson is all about non-written and written communication. We're going to dive deep into all of the content knowledge, the skills, the instructional strategies, the terminology that you want to know in order to pass. So if that sounds good to you, click that thumbs up button, subscribe for more, and in case you're not enrolled into the full test prep, just click the link in the description below or go to teacherpreps.com so you can get access to all of these videos, the full-length study guide, and the online timed practice test. Hey, you don't want to take a big important exam without taking a practice test, right? All right, let's jump straight into this written and non-written communication. Starting with linguistic structure, which you're going to want to know that includes patterns of pitch, syllable stresses, and rhythmic patterns too. Now, keep in mind that conventions of standard English are our system of adopted principles that meet the expectation for understanding and conveying what we're talking about so we can give meaning to our words, sentences, phrases. Now, these include spoken English, written English, structure, usage, spelling, capitalization, and punctuation. Now, let's talk next about written strategies. And for your exam, you will be asked to demonstrate your understanding and knowledge for providing a variety of written strategies in order to help your students learn how to write effectively and efficiently. So, below on your screen is the sequence that your CSET test scorers or administrators are going to be looking for. So we want to know the stages of the writing process. So first we've got outlining, and then remember we do graphic organizers. Remember, visual representations are really key to passing this exam. And then we also have note-taking. But let's keep going. Be also aware of words that people often make a mistake on. So a lot of the times we use these words incorrectly, so know how to correctly use these so you don't get mixed up on your test. So we've got many, much, few, and less. Let's take a look at some examples. First, there are many people at the park. Second, there is so much to clean. I don't know where to begin. Third, I bought fewer books this year. All right, so now we have rules of communication, and we use the past tense to discuss experiences, stories, and events that have finished. So for example, when I was a young child, I played at the park. Now, know also the adverbs for qualifying words. For example, Stephen shook his book angrily. Adverbs here. Now, remember the difference between your and your. For example, Y-O-U-R and Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. And these are homophones that often cause students problems. We're going to get into this right here. Here we go. We have your Y-O-U-R on the left and your Y-O-U apostrophe R-E on the right. Your means possession on the left, whereas Y-O-U apostrophe R-E is short for you are. On the example we have on the left side, is this your basketball? And on the right side, we have, you're very good at playing basketball. There, and there. Once again, we've got tricky homophones. So what do these all mean? T-H-E-R-E is used to refer to place that isn't here. For example, let's go over there. T-H-E-I-R is used to refer to how someone owns something. So something is belonging to someone else. So their breakfast includes so much. Whereas T-H-E-Y apostrophe R-E is short for they are. And the example that we're going to be looking at is they're going to the party. Is that right? Now, words that often cause errors. So let's highlight some common errors in word usage so you do not make these simple and common mistakes on test day. You may receive common word usage error questions while taking your exam. So here is a set of the 10 most commonly misidentified or error used in our word usage of English. So knowing these will help level up your ability to pass your CSET exam. Now let's go over these. First, we have advice, which is a noun. For example, Susan offered her advice, whereas a lot of people mix this up. This is advise, which is a verb. For example, Bill will advise his son to become a teacher, of course. And then we have affect and we have effect. Now let's have a look at the right side first. Affect is a verb. For example, the strong wind will affect the baseball game. Remember, we're looking to the right side. And then on the left side, we have a noun, which is effect. The movie had a powerful effect on me. All right. Notice the difference here. 2 words on the left, 1 word on the right, still pronounced already. Already with 2 words is an adjective. The example is, we are all ready to go. Whereas on the right side, 1 word already is an adverb. And the example is, by the time we got to the party, everyone had already left. Now let's go to a while and a while. Again, 1 word on the left, 2 words on the right. A while, meaning the adverb, the example would be, why don't you stay a while? Whereas on the right side, a while, 2 words, that's an article. So for example, it will be a while until the line is shorter. Next, we have can and may. Can represents ability. May is for permission. So for example, can a beaver swim? Or may I use your pencil? Then we have complement and complement. On the left side, that's a noun. On the right side, that's a verb. On the left side, the example is, her shoes complimented her dress. And on the right side, his boss complimented his new blue shoes. Then we have conscious and conscious. So one is an adjective and the other is a noun. Even after his fall, he remained conscious. On the right side, Jason could never steal because his conscience keeps him from doing the wrong thing. Every day and every day, 1 word, 2 words. On the left side is an adjective, and the example here is, these are my everyday sunglasses. But on the right side, we've got a habit, and I wear these sunglasses every day while going to work. Now, we've got good and well. Good is an adjective, well is an adverb. The example is, the ice cream tasted very good. Whereas the adverb, she makes ice cream very well. It's, and it's with an apostrophe. It is for possession. On the left side, we've got the cat is playing with its favorite toy. And then on the right side, which is uses a contraction, she likes the hike because it's a challenge. Remember, it is a challenge. Now, let's talk about errors in punctuation that you might get on your exam, and you will have to show the correct, appropriate, best response. So here we have apostrophes, and when you want to use a plural, we just add S. So for example, Billy owes Jane $5. When you want to show possession, we use an apostrophe. Billy's, apostrophe S, $5 is gone because Jane took it. Next, we have commas. These are used in a list and to separate sentences, such as, my favorite colors are red, blue, and yellow. And she went to the store, but now she's apostrophe S at home. She is apostrophe S at home. We've got commas. There we go. Now, semicolons, however, these are used to separate 2 independent clauses. For example, I ate eggs for breakfast. Semicolon. However, comma, I cooked the eggs too long. Now, a colon, on the other hand, is used after an independent clause to call attention to the words after it. So, for example, I bought groceries, colon, eggs, milk, and a can of beans. Quotation marks, these are used to show dialogue, people speaking. Remember that the ending punctuation mark stays inside the quotation. So for example, mom said, comma, quotation, you better brush your teeth, exclamation mark, end of quotation. Now we have subject, verb, and predicate. Let's talk about these. As you begin your teaching career, you'll realize that there are many students in your classroom who are non-native English speakers. But one could say, as a matter of fact, that we are all learning English alongside each other. So we can all say that we're all English learners, right? Now, that being said, understanding grammar will give you the skills to better support those English language learners in the classroom. So remember, a sentence includes three main parts. That's a verb, a subject, and a predicate. Here we have Kelly runs on the beach. The subject is whom the sentence is about, such as here, Kelly. The verb is the action, such as here, runs. And the predicate tells something about the subject. For example, Kelly runs on the beach. Nouns, verbs, pronouns, adjectives, adverbs, and prepositions are the 6 most commonly used parts of speech, and you'll have to know them and be able to differentiate the differences for your CSET test. A noun is a person, a place, or a thing, or an idea, such as Mrs. Smith, the park, a chair. A verb is an action word, such as walk, run, sing. A pronoun is a word used in place of a noun, such as she, he, they, it. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or a pronoun, for example, big, blue, young, pretty. An adverb is a word that describes a verb, an adjective, or another adverb like gently, carefully, well. And a preposition is a word placed before a noun or a pronoun in order to modify another word in the sentence, such as by, with, about, in, on, under. All right, great. Now let's talk about errors in spelling. Now, orthographic knowledge is a technical term that simply means spelling, but I want to give you that technical term because your CSET multiple subjects exam might not say spelling. They might say this student has an issue with orthography or orthographic knowledge. And you are going to be like, what? But instead, you're watching this video, so you're going to be like, oh, I know that. Elliot said orthographic knowledge means spelling. And so this is what a person knows how to spell. So this person knows how to spell fish, F-I-S-H. Stages of spelling development and understanding. Let's talk about these. For your CSET test, you have to know the 5 stages of spelling development. And this allows the teacher, or you and I, to implement targeted reading strategies for our students. So, furthermore, for your CSET test, your exam might ask the most appropriate reason for knowing a child's level of spelling development, which you can be on the lookout for answers that discuss guiding the teacher to know which kinds of instructional intervention and strategy the child needs. So again, if that question asks you, why does a teacher need to know this? You can say, because this will help instruct my instructional strategy to provide independent learning for this particular student. If you receive questions referencing spelling development on your exam, this is the information that you need to know. Stage 1 of spelling development, we call this the pre-communicative spelling stage. And this is when the student currently demonstrates no understanding that letters represent sounds. These are really, really young learners. And when asked to write something at this stage, the student will draw pictures or squiggly lines, something that is not writing letters at all. And stage 2, this is called the semi-phonetic stage. And this is when the student is beginning to attempt to connect letters to sounds. The student's understanding of sound-to-syllable relationship is quite weak at this stage. And when the student tries to write a word, only some of the letters from the actual word will appear in the student's writing. Now, here we move on to stage number 3 in spelling development, and this is called the phonetic stage. And it's when students understand that letters represent sounds. And students at this stage write with letters, but they oftentimes misspell words. Important to note here, teacher to teacher, students at this phonetic stage of spelling can become frustrated because they know what they're spelling is incorrect. They can see it's incorrect. However, it's our job to provide them with encouragement and uplift them. Say like, don't worry about the spelling. Your spelling will improve with time. And the more you read, the better speller you'll become. And so we can encourage them that spelling isn't the the most important thing right here, it's using the letters and connecting the letters with the sounds, using the phonics lessons that we teach them. All right, stage 4 is called the transitional stage. And this is when students are at this stage, they're spelling, they have become exposed to nearly all the types of patterns of spelling in the English language, and they know which letters make which sounds. At this stage, the majority of the students' writing is spelled correctly, but they will make mistakes when spelling words that have several spellings or challenging digraphs, for example. Now, the final stage, this is stage number 5, and this is called the conventional stage. At the conventional stage, the student spells almost all the words correctly.